Greetings, folks. Look, the million-dollar question on everyone's lips today is, will President of America, Donald Trump, send an invite to our Taoiseach, Micheál Martin and Simon Harris over to Washington on St. Patrick's Day to hand over the glass bowl of shamrock? Look, I believe Donald Trump would be making a huge mistake by inviting these two people to represent us Irish people. Could Donald Trump not invite two other people who are passionate about our country and preserving our culture to represent? Because these two people do not represent the majority of Irish people. I mean, after all, we saw that Simon Harris, when he was Prime Taoiseach, called Donald Trump a ghoul. What a disgusting name to call anyone. And we note that Micheál Martin, you know, is not in favour of Trump, and he's not a Trump supporter. And look, we see there Micheál Martin, and he's now flying off to Paris to meet EU figures amid the US tariff fears. Look, last night Donald Trump announced 25% increase tariffs on all steel and aluminium products entering the United States. And look, he's threatened now to introduce more tariffs onto the European goods. Look, if this happens, folks, Ireland will be totally exposed to the US tariffs, or any more tariff orders made by Donald Trump to attack European tax regimes where Donald Trump believes unfairly targets US corporations. Look, this is going to have a serious knock-on effect on foreign direct investment employees in this country. There's a pile of civil servant jobs depending on foreign direct investment companies. If this happens, look at all the amount of pharmaceutical companies in this country. There'll be carnage. Look, we know that Johnson & Johnson, I believe, have invested $1 billion in their plant in Ireland. And if Donald Trump introduces all these tariffs now into European goods, more European goods, there's going to be carnage in Ireland. So people, we need to wake up and look at the reality of what's happening, because Donald Trump is making executive orders overnight while our Irish government are on holidays or inside in bed. And we know from yesterday on RT radio that Micheál Martin, you know, that this government is not sustainable, and that it's not going to take a lot to bring down this government, because I've said it before, there'll be a general election again, because nobody voted these people in, I believe. Look, this is a huge no for Ireland, where we see Facebook, right, has come out and said misgendering people is all over. It's no longer an issue on Facebook. Look, this is huge, as one of the wokest companies now on the planet, Facebook, has now gone full circle by saying now that we're doing away with fact checking, and we're not going to punish you decent Irish people anymore who are against this. Look, the people on these Facebook platforms that tried to label me now a far right or a bigot or homophobic because it was the only way they felt that they could try to shut me up, to push their mad, insane, delusional ideology, woke ideology agenda. This woke ideology cult now tried to punish me by trying to go against me. Now Facebook have said it's all over, and they've completely done a U-turn on this. But look, this now has to have huge ramifications, I believe, for Norma Foley, our ex-Minister for Education, and Roderick O'Gorman, our ex-Minister, because they should be now held accountable for introducing, particularly Norma Foley, this woke ideology nonsense into our Irish classrooms. I believe there should be a judicial process now to reverse what Norma Foley has done, and make Norma Foley, as our ex-Minister for Education at the time, who implemented this nonsense into our children's classrooms, held accountable for this. Look, people now that have smart meters fires in your home or businesses need to listen very carefully, as you're not covered by home or property insurance policies. The ESB networks will not cover property damage caused by smart meter fires because they self-combust, or fires seriously contributed to by smart meters. So your home and businesses are not insured, folks. The components of ESB networks smart meters are made up of components of recalled products with a history of self-combustion. The safety and standards of ESB network quotes are only concerned about how long the plastic case is fire resistant for 30 seconds under a Bunsen burner. And what you need to do now is put ESB on notice in writing that you will hold them responsible for any and all damage to life and property should your premises be burned down due to fires started by these smart meter fires, or significantly contributed by these smart meter fires. Look, this is very serious, and people now need to wake up that their properties aren't covered by these smart meter fires or businesses. Look, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone that's supporting the Keen Save Ireland GoFundMe page. It's fantastic because we're going to do a lot of work to try and get this country back on track again. So look, I'm Micheál Keane, I'm keen on my country, and I'm asking ye now, the great people of Ireland, to stand up and be counted, and let's make Ireland great again. Gura míle maith agaibh.